Welcome guys to the Meet Damien live stream. I am Damien, and today's live stream we're going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin, because it's pretty much like the weekend right now. Nothing's really trading on the charts except for cryptocurrencies right now, so it's like a 3-day weekend because of Good Friday. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. I'm having a good Friday here. But yeah, we're going to get into it here, guys. Let me see. My YouTube stream looks like things are kind of cut off a little bit. Maybe it's just the way I got things oriented here. No, everything looks good. All right. All right, cool. And I got the volume going on good? All right, yep, I got that. All right. And you guys can hear me. All righty. So getting back to what we were saying here with Bitcoin, we want to take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Trying to figure out if Bitcoin is going to actually drop out of this potential bear flag that it's been in since the beginning of February. Bitcoin trying to make some higher highs here, but the last higher high was like around March 17th here, and now we're starting to flirt around with breaking the lows here and actually making a lower low than what we did here on March 9th. Bitcoin needs to stay above 65K, all right, 65,600, around that area, or else we're now threatening to go down to like the 63K area. Bitcoin is struggling right now today, just staying near like 67K for the most part. But we'll do a deeper dive by looking at the charts on the smaller time frames, but I'm just trying to get the bigger picture view here. And the bigger picture view on the chart here, mind these red lines here. These red lines are still important lines to be had on the chart. But let me go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. But on the moving averages, I got them disappeared. We have potential bear flag, and if this is a potential bear flag on Bitcoin, look what happens here, guys, right? If we're going to do the same kind of drop that we had in January, end of January going into February, and Bitcoin ends up dropping out of this bear flag here, look what it shows us. It shows us that we could possibly go down to 30K. So those people that were saying that Bitcoin could go down to 30K, they're not too far off by saying that. Okay, that blue number right there, 30K, is an area that we could see Bitcoin. I want to put it out there. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to do it, but we have potential here for 30K. The people that say that 30K is a possibility here, they're not too far off by saying that, okay? I think Bitcoin will most likely hit, obviously, 52K and 43K, which I already marked on the charts here as levels to watch for. If we break below 60K, I think 52K could act as support maybe for a little bit, and then maybe we come down to 43K, where we got more support at the 43K level, okay? However, if that doesn't hold, then maybe 30K ends up being the area that we gotta look for Bitcoin here. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I got the chat good over here. We got DZ in the chat. DZ says, let's look at VVV. We'll look at VVV for you. DZ, thank you for the request. And then we had a request here from What asking for Edge. I'm doing a TikTok and a YouTube live stream here, guys. So just bear with me. Hope you guys are able to keep me busy. But if I get a little bit too busy, the moderators in the chat can let me know if there's any requests that I missed. Let me know that, and I'll try to get to your requests. Or if you guys notice, I missed one of your requests, just say, hey, Damien, can you look at this this cryptocurrency or the stock here, and we'll take a look at it. Why is it taking so long to drop below 65K? Well, 67K is a support resistance area on Bitcoin. Before we start getting to the requests here, that's a good question. 67K is an area that we had support resistance. If I turn the VRVP indicator real quick, you'll see that there's some high volume here. There's a point of control around like 67K. So this is an area that Bitcoin is trying to defend right now. The bulls are still hoping that they can push the price up. But once the bulls start to give up and there's some exhaustion here from the bulls, I think it will roll over and down to maybe 65K, and then maybe 63K is another high volume node here to be paying attention to on the downside. We'll take a look at Bitcoin again one more time, but let's get into the requests here. We are looking at we're going to look at VVV, and then we'll take a look at Edge. So let's get right to it. Moving on to some different charts here. I haven't looked at it on MEXC, I don't think. Yeah, let's look at VVV on MEXC. Currently trading at $7.23. Up, not really doing much today. Or I should take that back. We just started a new day. I take that back. Earlier today, this Friday, we were up 3% on VVV. And now, about 15 minutes ago, we had a new daily candle just get created here. Little baby, small candle, just in its infancy. But yeah, it looks like VVV is still trying to punch up to the upside here. Let's see. I like the fact that we had a long signal here, but I'm a little bit worried about the short signal that they came in. The DeluxeAlgo indicator is saying that we might get a little bit of a sell-off here, and we haven't had a long signal fire off to cancel off this signal here. So I don't know. Maybe it's a false signal. Could be a false signal. But yeah, I want to move on to the chart that I have for Coinbase, because I think we already looked at the upside targets for VVV on that Coinbase chart. I think I had a Fibonacci drew out. Oh no, I didn't actually have a Fibonacci draw out, but I did draw a bull flag. I think the bull flag is still in play where this thing can get up to $11.58 here. Okay. Do we have the momentum to do that? Well, I'm gonna have to pull up the other indicators on the bottom here, and we'll have to see if the MACD is gonna show us. Do we got buying pressure? Is buying pressure looking good and healthy? It does look good and healthy to me. You had that MACD crossover to the upside. That happened right around Wednesday earlier this week, and now you see the green buying pressure showing up, and you just want to see more green buying pressure. If it ends up rolling over to the downside, then that might be it. That might be all you're gonna get out of VVV. But right now, it's looking fine and dandy for higher prices here, according to the MACD on the daily time frame. And then money flow looks pretty solid. It's in the green. Momentum is to the upside here. You haven't had a red sell dot yet. If I see a red sell dot come in on the daily time frame, then I would probably be considering clicking that sell button. You don't want to just use just one indicator here, but if you see that red sell dot, it's telling you that your days are numbered as far as like how high you can go on this crypto. Okay, and then one more indicator just to see if we're overbought on the RSI, and you're not. So you have room to go up to the upside. Right now the RSI is at 66. Once you get into 70, you're in overbought territory, and that's when you need to be worried about maybe possible sell-off here or a correction on VVV. But you're not overbought yet. You're not overbought, and you don't have a red sell dot, and the MACD indicator is still in the green, and continue to be green candles here. So I think this thing does want to go up to high prices here. And I'll pull up one more trick out of my sleeve here, see what the upside targets are using the Fibonacci. And we're just going to measure from this top here to the bottom. I'm measuring from the top here to the bottom of here. And it gives you some Fibonacci extension targets. The upside, you got a 1272 saying that this thing could get to like $10.47, and then a 1618, $12.87. So somewhere between 1040 and 1280, you should be considering taking profit on your long for VVV. What is asking? It's a paid indicator. And yes, I am aware that the MACD is a lagging indicator. It just shows momentum, okay? And right now, momentum is to the upside. And going back to the MACD indicator, okay? What would get me worried about, VVV going down low prices if I see this blue line start curving down. If this blue line starts curving down, then I know like there could be some selling pressure coming in, or buying pressure could be dying off. And then what would be making me worried even more is if this blue line crosses the orange line to the downside, like you saw back here on March 8th. You got the blue line curving down, and then it crossed through the orange line. And when it did that, you got selling pressure showing up here. Okay, you're not getting that with VVV, so that's why I think VVV is still fine and dandy to go to higher prices. Yeah. Let's see. What says something is a paid indicator? Was someone asking about one of these paid indicators? How do I turn on the graph on the right? Are you talking about the VRVP indicator? So when I turn this graph on the right here, this is the VRVP indicator. It's an indicator that you can get on TradingView, but you have to have a subscription to TradingView. Okay. But once you get that, subscription, then you can put on the VRVP indicator. And I do have a video that tells you how to set up the VRVP indicator. That's in my TikTok. I know you're on TikTok. I'm responding to you on TikTok. So let me just show you here on TikTok. If you go to the Meet Damien channel here on TikTok, right? Come join the 6,800 follows that I got here, okay? By hitting that follow button, appreciate that. I'll follow you back, thank you. And then down here, you see some videos that I pinned. These are like tutorial videos to help out the beginner traders and also the experienced traders. And the experienced traders, they also don't know much about the VRVP indicator. And that's why this is actually one of my more popular videos here, the VRVP indicator video. It's got 2,500 views on it. And it will show you how to set up the indicator the way I set it up, because it's not going to look exactly the way I got it. And I also show you how I use it and how I trade with that indicator. Okay, but that's on the Meet Damien TikTok channel, and it's also on the Meet Damien YouTube channel as well. If I just quickly go over to Meet Damien YouTube channel, right, and over here in the videos section, you should be able to, if you scroll down, see the VRVP indicator. That's it right there. That's the video right there for my YouTube guys that want to learn more about the VRVP indicator. Okay. Hopefully it answers your question. Hopefully I just covered the right indicator for you. I know I got a bunch of indicators on here, but that's one of them that I like to use, is the VRVP indicator. Okay. And you said off the bar to the right, so I'm assuming you meant this indicator off to the right here. Okay. Anyways, moving on from VVV, I think VVV is gonna probably go to higher prices, just the way I'm seeing things here with momentum. If it does get a pullback, maybe you come down to the 618 golden pocket here at $5.92 and $6.15. That's your golden pocket number. It's also where you were trading sideways for a good majority of March here. So we'll see. We'll see if that ends up being the case here. But I think we're going up rather than down on VVV. So congratulations for being in the long if you're long in VVV. Let's move on to Edge. I believe that's a crypto, Edge USD. Looks like you can find it here on Coinbase Exchange. We are looking at the daily time frame, the daily chart here. This crypto is trading at 12 cents roughly. Up slightly today, 0.8%, nothing too crazy. What do we got here for Edge? Well, it looks like you kind of had a really nice day here on March 4th. Got as high as like 30 cents. And then you came on down to lower prices. Weren't able to have a sustainable move here. However, it looks like you are trying to make a higher low here. I'm a little bit curious if I draw out the Fibonacci here, if that might have hit the 0.236 retracement. Let's see, moving up from here down to here. Okay, all right, yeah. So yeah, you actually lost the 0.236 retracement at 13 cents. Came a little bit further below that, and you dropped down to as low as what, 9 cents almost, before you did a Uno reverse candle here, and you came right above this 0.236. I want to see if we can recapture the 0.236 and then try to move on up to higher prices and get up to this 0.382 level, sitting at 16 cents. That would be the next level to target to the upside, in my opinion here, just using Fibonacci here. I'm a little curious. Let me go ahead and throw in the moving averages, see if there's any moving average targets to look for here. You do got some moving averages here. You got the 200-day moving average, that red line, the 100-day moving average, the blue line, the 50-day moving average is that green line. And looks like, wow, we actually hit the 100-day moving average to the T earlier today. 100-day moving average is sitting at 0.137 pennies, and we came up to 0.137 pennies. So looks like the moving averages are being respected right now on this. That could be your next target as well, just above 13 cents, 0.137 pennies. And then it looks like if we can get above that 100-day moving average, the 200-day moving average is above you at 17.5 cents. But this thing, you have to keep in mind, this is a moving target. And as the days go by, this red line is going to start creeping down the gold prices. I think if we climb up to higher prices here, by the time we catch up to that red line might actually be right at the 0.382 retracement at 16 cents. I'd be targeting 16 cents for sure for upside on Edge. You know, for a short-term swing trade target here, maybe a day trade if you're in a day trade. But I think it might take a few days. It's not going to be a one day trade here. You might have to do like a swing trade with a leverage long if that's what you're doing here. Let's see. Spiky says, Broski, I want to offer you free lifetime to my app. Would you be down? Just send me a message. You can message me here on TikTok. You can also follow me on Twitter. There's a Meet Damien Twitter here. Let me just point that out here. That's the Meet Damien Twitter. That's my Twitter handle right there. Okay. You can send me a message there. We can talk more about that. What's gotta go? Oh no, what? Good to see you. Sorry that you gotta go. Hopefully you're able to come back. We'll be on for like another hour or two. Risky Sneak, thank you for sending me the heart me here on TikTok. Appreciate that. Risky Sneak says, thank God a content creator actually making some sense today. Oh, you're welcome. We like to do technical analysis here. And I've been day trading for a while here. And I've been investing in crypto since 2017. So I've seen the bull market of 2017. I've seen the bear market of 2018. I've seen the bull market of 2021 and the bear market of 2022. And I guess I've just seen the bull market of 2025, and we're going into the bear market of 2026 now in crypto. We got DeluxeAlgo's in the YouTube chat here. Good to see you, DeluxeAlgo. He says we have a 50-50 chance. 50-50 chance of what exactly? I'm a little bit curious what you mean by that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing here with Edge. I think to the upside, the 100-day moving average is going to be a problem for now. To the downside, I mean, just don't go lower than what you did a couple of days ago on April 2nd here. We did go as low as 9.092 pennies here. But if you go lower than that, I mean, I don't think you really have that much. There's not much support besides this Candlewick low here on February 28th when we got down to like 7.077 pennies here. Deluxe says there's a 50-50 chance that we could see Bitcoin at $40,000. I said that earlier in the live stream. Were you watching the live stream but just not saying anything, Deluxe? Because I said that in the beginning. We talked about Bitcoin in the beginning of the live stream here. But yeah, I'm not sure why you say 50-50 chance. It seems like almost every day is 50-50. I'm not sure where you get the exact probabilities for 50-50 for that, but yeah, we'll go with it. Why not? Why not? You just got kicked out of somebody else's chat. Damn. And what ticker are we looking at right now? We're looking at Edge USD. Edge USDT. You can find it on Coinbase Exchange here. We're getting the data coming off of Coinbase Exchange. Joshua Vega says 60K, 52K, then 48K. I actually have, going back to the Bitcoin chart, the numbers that I got to look out for is, obviously 60K is what we did in February. But below that, I have 52K, which I think you already said. But then my number below that is 43K. And that's just looking at previous price action. Just going back to what Bitcoin was trading at back here in February 2024, we were at like 52K roughly. And then also, in December of 2023 and January 2024, February 2024, we were trading at 43K for the most part on Bitcoin. This is going to be a good support area if we ever drop down to that level for Bitcoin. Yeah, that's what I see so far here for Bitcoin. All right, we got a good amount of people here. I appreciate you guys smashing that like button. We got like 3,400 likes. If you guys are liking the live stream, keep on smashing that like button. For my TikTok guys, all you gotta do is double tap the screen. Let's see if we can get up to like 4,000 likes here. And also, if you guys are new here, don't forget to follow me here. All you gotta do is click the top left picture, my profile picture with me in the red shirt. And you will be able to follow the actual me, Damien, and not all these scam accounts out there. There are people trying to pretend to be me. There's bots out there trying to pretend to be me and scam people. I will never message you first. You got to message me first, and then I will have a conversation with you. But if someone's like messaging you here on TikTok, that's probably not me. Because I have so much to do on a day-to-day basis, and I already have people messaging me already. I usually just respond back to the messages that I get. Thank you, Joshua, for following me here on TikTok. I see you. Appreciate that. And for my YouTube guys, let's see if we can get the amount of likes to match the amount of people watching the stream right now. I think that can't be too hard to ask. Right? We got more people watching than we got likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up there. Appreciate that. I know I gotta send out the friendly reminder here. But let's see. Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin do something where it can actually climb up to higher prices here? I did give like a kind of like a bearish case where we could drop down to like 65 or 63K and then go further than that. But let me try to build up a bullish case here for Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin is still making higher lows here, frustrating the crap out of the bears and out of the short sellers here. However, what I didn't like was when we did something like this, where we saw Bitcoin here. This was like the most recent higher low, sitting at 65,600. And then what did we do here on Sunday? We actually went below that. We went to like 64,900. Here on Coinbase Exchange, so kind of violating the uptrend that you had on the higher lows here. However, this low still counts as a higher low than what we did back here on February 28th. So maybe we can get away with, still making a case for higher lows here. Okay. However, I really do not want to see Bitcoin go lower than 63K, because if you do that, then you're violating the higher low argument that the bulls are trying to create here for Bitcoin. Okay, and then it looks like we could end up rolling over and doing a bear flag breakout to the downside here. Now, right now, Bitcoin still making higher lows here, frustrating the crap out of the bears. If we are going to climb up to higher prices, we got this white line. This is the 21 exponential moving average sitting at 69,240. I think that's a good target for the day traders out there who are trying to target higher prices for Bitcoin. If we go up to 69K, I would try to take profit. I think that's like almost like a 3% move from where we are right now. Let me just draw that out real quick. From where we are up to that 21 EMA, it's like a 3.5% move. You know, the day traders can stop on like 10x leverage, and that's like 35% move. But I think some of the day traders would probably do like maybe 30x leverage, and that would get them like almost 100% gain, just targeting that 21 EMA to the upside. Okay, and if we get past that, shouldn't be too much resistance where we can actually get back up to that, the 73K level, which I marked on a chart here as a level to be looking out for Bitcoin, because we had some candlewick highs and some candle body closes around that area. 73,200 was an area that I marked on the chart that I think could still be a resistance area for Bitcoin. And I think by the time if Bitcoin does climb up to like 73K, this 50-day moving average is a moving target, and it's going to probably push us down. This green line will come down, and by the time the Bitcoin price climbs up, it might get rejected off that 50-day moving average. When's the last time we got rejected off the 50-day moving average? We got rejected off the 50-day moving average here on January 14th, so be wary of that, right? That was like the highest price that you could get for Bitcoin on in January, where we got to like 97,900, and people were like, oh my god, we're going to 100K. We're so close, we're so back, and then we weren't, okay? We got rejected off the 50-day moving average. If Bitcoin was to climb up to this 50-day moving average, which is currently sitting at 76K, but I think, you know, by the time we climb up there, it'll probably be like maybe near like 73, 74K. That could be, you know, where we get rejected and possibly make a lower high than what we did here in March when we got up to like 76K, right? If we get rejected at 73, 74K, because the 50-day moving average is pushing us down, that would still be a lower high than what we did here, and the bears will take it and they'll run it, and maybe the bears will be able to push the price of Bitcoin back to 60K all over again. Oral Benzari says, when do you think we will fall down? That seems to be the question here. I mean, we're threatening to do it kind of like right now. We're like, you know, threatening to break this uptrend that we've been making with higher lows here on Bitcoin, okay? But if we stay above this uptrend, then I think the bulls and the longs, they could actually Uno reverse, send us up to higher prices, and we could be back at 73K all over again, okay? So it all depends. It's like this weekend is kind of crucial. If we just go sideways, then whatever, that's just Bitcoin's being boring again, okay? But if we start rolling over this weekend going into next week, and I'm not sure what the catalyst is going to be, maybe the catalyst would be actually an actual ground invasion in Iran and American troops facing casualties and stuff like that, and the realization in the markets that the war in Iran is actually getting worse, not better. That could be what sends us down to lower prices, in my opinion. That's one catalyst I can think of. We actually had today, we had a good jobs report and unemployment report came out. I mentioned that in my morning stream, that we actually had 178,000 jobs get created. So there's actually some good things about the economy right now, which the bulls can get excited here with Bitcoin and crypto. If people have jobs, that means they have money to go buy Bitcoin, right? If they want to. The bulls, they'll probably take that, they'll run with it, and we could see 70K all over again, frustrating the crap out of the bears here. All right, Kite Mickey says, pop up, okay. You think Bitcoin will go for 70K and then 60K? And then Maxon says Bitcoin is in a hard consolidation right now. Yeah, it does seem like it is still consolidating, but bigger picture wise, we're consolidating, but we got to start making higher highs again. What we did earlier when we came down here and we started making a lower high, and if this ends up being another lower high here, then guess what? We don't have that much room before we start making lower lows and breaking out of this bear flag to the downside. And if this is a bear flag, I already measured this, but I'll show it to you guys one more time here. Okay, this is the potential flag pull out of this bear flag. I know I got a lot of lines here. Let me get rid of the moving averages so it doesn't look so cluttered. The red lines I kind of want to keep, but if this is a bear flag here, right? You take this flag pull, this measured move. You take it to like where we could break out at like 64, 65K. And to the downside, this is saying that this blue number right here, Bitcoin could come down to $30,000. So those people that are saying $30,000 is the target for Bitcoin, they're not that far off. You know, that bear flag target is showing $30,000. Why is my camera tilted? Good question. It might actually be a little bit tilted. Let me see if I can fix that here a little bit. It's just probably I got a selfie stick here, and you know, the selfie stick might actually might not be tight enough, where it's just a little bit crooked. Camera's tilted 15 degrees straight in and out. Yeah. I don't know. This is let me see. It's yeah. Let me see if I can tighten it a little bit better. Let me see. Is that better? Let me know. I don't know. You gotta let me know if it's better or not. It's straightened out. It looks straight to me. Thank you, OG552, for following me here on TikTok. Let's see. Thank you, Jeff and C and Eli, for following me here on TikTok. We're getting a few more follows here. Guys, thank you for following me here on TikTok. If you guys want to interact with me, when I'm not live streaming, we do have Meet Damien Discord here. That Discord, if you go into the Meet Damien bio, the Meet Damien channel here, and link is in the bio in the link tree. You click on the link tree, it will take you to the link tree, and then you have all the links here. The Meet Damien Discord server is right there. It's free to join, not going to cost you anything. And then you can interact with me on the Discord channel. Let me see if I can pull up real quick. Oh no, I think it's well, that's a message that I had here. But the Meet Damien Discord should look like this. Yeah. Okay. My YouTube guys, I have to change the camera here for you. Let's see. If I move over to oh, it's not even showing up. I can't even pull it up here. Sorry, guys. But yeah, for my YouTube guys, the link should be in the description to the channel, to the video that you're watching, and also in the description to the channel. You also get the link tree in the description of the channel as well. All right, back to the regular schedule programming here. We'll go back to the charts here. UFC Champ says, can I look at VDOR? I got you on that. Username says he's buying at 63K. Alright, we got VDOR as another request here. And did I miss any other requests? Is that the latest request that we got so far? I believe so. Yes, Savi11, this is live streaming right now. We are live right now. And let me see, did I miss any other? I think I read through all the comments here. Prosper Clip said coin lit. I don't know what coin is, but if that's a request, let me know and I can look at it for you. Alright, I think that's all the comments here. Let me just check on the YouTube here. DZ is asking me, what am I trading right now? I'm actually shorting Bitcoin, but I moved my stop loss to break even. I got in at 67K, and Bitcoin is like kind of like right at it right now. I made the trade on MEXC, so currently I'm shorting Bitcoin. I was trying to short another coin called MUSDT. Let me see if I type it in. If I type in MUSDT, this was another coin that I was trying to short. Memecore. Memecore was what I was shorting earlier today. And I moved the stop loss to break even just to cover the fees, and that one also stopped me out at break even as well. So kind of tough, not really getting much movement today. The only thing I see that's really moving today is Pippin. Have you guys looked at Pippin lately? I mentioned it in the Discord, but Pippin was like down. Let me see if I can find Pippin. Where is Pippin? Right, oh, well, it's a new day. But look at this. Let's look at Pippin real quick here. This is what I saw today. Like, what the hell's going on with Pippin? Down 54% on Friday, today. Now we got a new day. It's now technically Saturday in cryptocurrency world here. Okay, but that was I don't know, a good short to be had if you were shorting it. I don't know what's going on there with Pippin. But let me go into the request here. We did have a request for VDOR. And then after that, I'm gonna see if I actually got stomped out of my Bitcoin short, because it might actually had hit while I was live streaming here. But we are now looking at, no, that's not VDOR. VDOR, is VDOR a crypto or is it a stock? And why am I not able to find it here? Like, I'm typing in VDOR. Did you misspell it? Did you meant to say like V dot or something? I have no idea. I can't find VDOR. Can someone help me out here? This guy made a request for VDOR. Does anybody know if there's a VDOR cryptocurrency or VDOR stock? Because I do not see it on, I cannot pull it up on TradingView. It's not a stock, and it's not a crypto either. Yeah, I can't really help you out with that one. All right, let's see how I'm doing with the Bitcoin short. Am I still in here on MEXC? I'm still in on the short. I got in at $67,000 with a 25x short on Bitcoin. Not really doing much. Bitcoin's being boring right now. I'm up like 3.7% on it with $107 of margin. And right now my stop loss is right at break even, right, for MEXC. Let's see. Yeah, I'll lose nothing. I could probably move up a little bit further just to cover trading fees. But whatever. Trading fees not really a big deal. It's the cost of doing business, to be honest. And then if I am targeting 63K on the short, so if Bitcoin does go to $63,000, I'll make about $159 on that trade. I'll be up 149%. But I'll probably take partial profit at like 65K, somewhere in that area, if we see Bitcoin actually move down here. But yeah, I mean, I don't, Bitcoin just being boring, just trading sideways. I'm looking at the 5-minute chart here on MEXC, and Bitcoin is just, I mean, this is where I got in at. I got in like at 67K, not too far off, right over here. It was like earlier this morning, 10:45 a.m. this morning, and we haven't really done much. We almost came close to stopping me out here before I started the live stream, but we're not really doing much. I guess I have to wait. I have to wait for that short to play out. Let's see. S says, dude, can you give me money? No, I can't do that for you, bro. I don't know who you are. Who comes on live streams and be like, hey, can you give me money? I've never met you. We haven't really hung out. We're not boys. Like, can you just give me money? Oh man. You gotta do what most other people gotta do. You gotta work for the money. So either buy me a service, or you sell me something, and then I give you money. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at Pippin. What's going on with Pippin? Looking at the daily chart, it's just been, it was the talk of the town in February, where we saw Pippin get up as high as almost like 90 cents. But now this puppy, this bad boy is at 3 cents right now. What the hell? That's like a 99 or 95% drop in price. Let me just measure that out real quick here. Holy crap. I mean, this is definitely a crypto, if I ever saw one. You can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot of money. So we got as high as like 90 cents, 90 and a half cents. Let me just try to put that in there. And we're down to 298, 0.0298. I almost had it. But yeah, something like around there. And we're down like 97%. Yikes. 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 Imagine the poor soul that bought Pippin near the highs on February 26th. That person is now down 97%. in less than 2 months. And they're, who knows, they probably thought it was a long-term investment, and they're getting their world rocked right now. What the hell? That is insane. But I mean, we do have these long short signals here that could have helped you out. Figure that, you know, it was time to get out of Pippin when you had this short signal that came in like the next day after you got at that high of 90 cents. This short signal said it's time to short Pippin, and you haven't had a green long signal since. You still do not have a green long signal using this signals indicator that I got here. So, yikes. There might not be any relief anytime soon here for Pippin. Wow. Wow. Anything going on in the indicators below, like money flow? Is money flow getting a little bit better? Momentum is trying to creep up here. And you have a little bit of green, but then it turned red on the money flow again. And you got a red sell dot here on today. Of course, going down 50%, you would think there would be a red sell dot on the daily time frame. On the MACD indicator, anything worth looking at? You had a MACD crossover to the upside on Sunday, but I guess the buying pressure is just not good enough to get this poor cryptocurrency back up to higher prices here. Are we creating any bullish divergence? Is there anything that could like save us? Not really. You've been very oversold on Pippin. Damn. Very brutal. A lot of tears. A lot of tears in the Pippin community here. That's for sure. You're basically back at the same price that you were trading on Pippin. Basically same prices like what you could have got in November of last year, even though you had a crazy price action to the upside, right? Going from 3 cents to like 90 cents in like 3 months, and then 2 months later going from 90 cents back to 3 cents all over again. Round trip. This is how you do a round trip on your bags here with these cryptocurrencies. Gus, thank you for following me here on TikTok. Appreciate that. Oh, man. So let's go ahead and try to take a look at crypto bubbles here. I want to see what the crypto bubbles, see if there's anything good going on in crypto bubbles here. Crypto bubbles. Algo is like the only crypto that's doing pretty well today, up 12% for the most part. It's the only big green bubble here. We see Say's up 5.9%, Near is up 4.3%, FET. So there is some green on the board here, but there's also some red. And I actually am trying to enter a long on night here, but I'm waiting for it to get down to a lower price. I think I can wait and get a better entry on night. Let's go ahead and take a look at night. And you can see why I'm a little bit curious to long it. Where is that? WEEX. I want the WEEX one. Yep. Okay. So night is currently trading at roughly 4 cents. Let me show that to my TikTok guys there. And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a potential. This could, you know, I mean, it's a round trip, right? But we got a low here at basically 4 cents, 0.041 pennies. Still higher lows here being formed. And this could be a double bottom. We just gotta see, are we changing the momentum to the upside here? On the daily time frame, on the MACD indicator here, we are seeing some buying pressure show up here. However, I'm a little bit worried about the blue line crossing the orange line to the downside. But if this ends up being a fake out, this could be a fake out, and we could actually see buying pressure show up again one more time here. Okay, so I'm not completely in this cryptocurrency for the long term here. I'm just trying to see if there could be an oversold bounce at some point here. Let's get into my day trading time frames here so you see why I would be a little bit more interested in this cryptocurrency. So, on the 1 hour time frame, which is a day trading time frame for me, I'm trying to play the fact that this could also be a double bottom here for night. If we go just a little bit lower, I would like to long it. You see, you got a long signal here on Monday. Then you got a short signal saying it's time to sell. Then you got a long signal here. However, you do not have a short signal yet. If for some reason we are able to pull ourselves out of here, maybe you can count this as a higher low and you can see higher prices for night. Night was like one of the cryptocurrencies that actually went down that I liked only because it has made a significant retracement over the last few hours here. And I'm willing to take a shot off the double bottom here. And if this is a double bottom, I'll just show you how that could play out here. Okay, so if this is the bottom here at 4 cents and on the bottom here at 4 cents, you basically measure from like where 4 cents is up to the high here, where we got as high as like 5 cents. And you just take that measure movie, put on top of the top in between the two bottoms here. And it's saying that we could possibly see 6 cents as a target to the upside, and that's about a 50% gain. Also, if I pull up the moving averages here, I don't have to wait till 6 cents. I could probably just target this 200 moving average, this red line on the 1 hour time frame at 0.047 pennies. And if I do a long position here, I'm looking for a potential long with a very tight stop loss. You put the stop loss right below the lows from Monday, and you're targeting about that 200 moving average. You're risking 2.8% to try and get 8% here. That's a 2.86 risk-reward ratio. However, I'm waiting for lower than this. I'm actually waiting for like 42.80 is where I'm trying to get in at. Okay, somewhere around here, and the stop loss is going to be like 42.30. And now look at the risk-reward ratio. So I'm risking 1% to try and get 10%. The risk-reward ratio is like 8.9. So this is why I think it pays to be patient. Even though, you could say, oh, this could be a good area to try to buy, it could still creep on down to lower prices. And if it creeps on down to lower prices, I want to take this entry and then put the stop loss really tight, right below the lows from Monday. And I'm not risking too much. And by not risking too much, I can actually dial up the risk by doing more leverage, right? I could do like a 40x long on this, where I would lose only 40%. However, with a 40x long, I could be up 400% on a 10% move up in price. So this is what I like to do. Somebody might be anxious and they could just enter right now at 4 cents and put the stop loss below the lows on Monday. However, there's a very wise man that said your stop loss is my entry. So I actually want my entry to be really, really close to where people's stop losses are. So that way I can put my stop loss below that, not get stomped out, and then boom, we get a pop up to the upside. I can make some easy money to the upside if this thing does a V-shaped recovery. Joss Can says W pattern. Kind of does look like a W pattern. A W pattern is like basically a double bottom, right? You got the letter W, one of the bottom arches, then go up, and then you come down here, another bottom arch, and then we could possibly pop up again for a W pattern there. How my YouTube guys doing in there? You guys are very quiet, but you're still watching me. Appreciate you guys watching me here on YouTube and TikTok. I think for next week, we'll do a live stream like we normally do here at night. We'll do the same setup. I'll do a YouTube live stream on the computer, and then I'll have the TikTok on the phone here. But I'm thinking like Tuesday night, I want to do TikTok on the computer, and I still want to do a YouTube live stream so I can, be there for you, my guys on YouTube. But I might do the YouTube live stream on the phone, which will be a vertical stream for you guys. But I want to do something to help my TikTok guys who want to see my face while also seeing the charts here. and I'm just trying to accommodate everybody, but I don't know, I might be trying to do too much. I gotta look into like how to do a YouTube stream and a TikTok stream while using the same webcam, using the same stream key. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. I really haven't done the research on it. And I did look it up, but it did look kind of like complicated. I just gotta figure it out, and then I gotta try to experiment. And I might try to experiment with that next week. DeluxeAlgo says OBS, and then Ben Bloom says multi-stream. Yeah, I want to do a multi-stream, and DeluxeAlgo says OBS does that. I might have to do OBS. I have looked into doing an OBS studio program, and that's going to change up the scenery and the scenes that I got here on Prison Live. Is the studio that I work and use. But I want to try to see if I can accommodate both TikTok and YouTube and grow the audience on both platforms and have you guys able to see me and also see the charts at the same time. Right now, just my YouTube guys can see me, but my TikTok guys, I can just quickly flip the camera here. You guys can actually see me. I am here in Costa Rica. And I'm going to try and maybe head to the casino later on tonight here in San Jose, Costa Rica. And maybe I see some beautiful ticas. we know DeluxeAlgo wants to see some beautiful ticas, or see me surrounded by beautiful ticas. He doesn't believe I'm in Costa Rica until he sees the beautiful ticas. And if you guys don't know what tica means, in Spanish, they say chica, a girl is chica, but in Costa Rica, they have their own way of saying girls, and they call them ticas. And then for guys, they call the guys here ticos, right? Where, normally in Spanish, a guy would be called a chico. They call him tico over here in Costa Rica. But anyways, that's a little bit of a cultural explanation there. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera back to the chats here from my TikTok guys. Deluxe says he'll help me with a setup on OBS. I appreciate that, Deluxe. You've been very helpful these last few weeks, and I got a little bit worried when you got a little bit overwhelmed with all the political talk and stuff about the war and politics on my Meet Damien Discord, and it made me realize I had to separate that and just create a separate channel for politics so people can just bash on each other's politics, and an own separate channel, and we can just stick to just trading and talking about trading for the most part. But I mean, that is what happens around the world, and what happened in the news and politics. It does affect our trades, so that's why even if I deleted the channel and kicked people out, people still gonna talk about politics and how it affects our trades. So it's an ongoing problem. But the thing that I won't tolerate on my Meet Damien Discord is people attacking each other, personal attacks, name calling, and that kind of stuff. Where I'll kick somebody out, and if they come back in again and they do that again, then I'll have to ban them. Like the first kick is like a strike against you, and if you decide to come back in again and you do the same kind of crap, then I'm just gonna ban that person. Thank you, Saint Betty, for following me here on TikTok. And I see another person following me here on TikTok. I really appreciate that. And George WDR says hello to you as well. All right, I kind of want to go back to looking at Bitcoin again. And we've been live streaming for about an hour. Usually I can go for like 2 hours, but I am anxious to go hit up the casino and have a little bit of nightlife going on here tonight. Hanging out with the beautiful ticos. So if you guys aren't going to keep me busy, I will find a way to keep me busy, trust me. Alright, but yeah, let's look at Bitcoin one more time here. Because, whatever Bitcoin decides to do is going to dictate what what the rest of the cryptocurrencies are gonna probably end up doing here. And look at this. I mean, Bitcoin. I mean, for today, right now. I mean, we've only had today's candle for about 1 hour, but we're only up. We're down 0.1%. Like that's nothing. And look at Ethereum is down in single digits percentage points here. This is sideways, boring trading action. This is kind of like the weekend trading, and we're having like a 3-day weekend here. So it's just kind of making sense that we're having a boring weekend here, where Bitcoin's not really doing much. I think what will probably end up happening is if we go sideways and this 200 moving average comes down a little bit more, it could knock us down again. This red line on the 200 moving average on the 1 hour time frame could knock us down again. It has knocked us down previously. It did that earlier today, this morning at like 6 a.m. We got knocked down. So I think that 200 moving average could, push us back down again, unless we just punch right above it. I'm not sure why we would do that. I find it really hard to find positive catalysts just the way things are going on in the Middle East and around the world. We had a good jobs report, but that, that's a one-off. One good jobs report doesn't make a trend. The jobs report from last month was a bad jobs report where the U.S. economy was losing jobs. So I think that's why we're not really getting much action here in crypto, because one good jobs report is just not good enough. We need more than just one. We need a trend. We need like 2 or 3 good jobs reports in a row. Ben Bloom says, how long to hold crypto before dumping? You had a ton of Litecoin for about 2 weeks waiting for the rebound. So let's zoom back out here. Back to the daily time frame. I talked about this earlier in the live stream, but I'll reiterate it one more time. We have been making higher lows here. We're threatening to go and break this uptrend here. Okay, if we break this uptrend, then yeah, Bitcoin's probably gonna head. If we get down to 65K and we can't stay above 65K, we're gonna probably head right down to 63K. That's our last line of defense before we come down to 60K. 60K is like the last line of defense before we break things through, and I think we'll head to 52K at some point before we get a little bit of support at that level. So when that happens, I don't have a crystal ball. All I know is that if we lose this uptrend, if we're not making higher lows here, that's when you might start seeing things crashing down here on Bitcoin. But right now, we're still making higher lows. So that is why things are not falling apart and breaking down on us right now. Wire Transfer says 15-minute scalp. Dylan says, isn't the market closed? Cryptocurrency market does not close. Cryptocurrency market is trades 24/7, 365 days a year, 366 on a leap year. So Bitcoin is always trading no matter what. Cryptos are always trading no matter what. And that's like the only thing that trades during these 3-day weekends, and these on any given weekend. Those are the only things that are really trading during the weekend. So a lot of financial guys out there, even the professionals on Wall Street, they actually follow the price of Bitcoin during the weekend, just to have ideas like what to expect, when Wall Street opens up on Sunday night going into Monday morning. The futures markets opens up on Sunday night. That's when you'll start seeing gold and silver and oil start trading again. And then, Monday morning is when Wall Street opens up for business. Also, like Sunday night is when you start seeing like the Asian stock markets will open up for business. So you start seeing a little bit of action going on from there. But I just think, everybody should just enjoy their weekend for the most part. I think Bitcoin's just going to be boring, as sad as it might be, unless something significant happens in the Middle East. If they have a ceasefire, Bitcoin will jump up in price. If they stop blowing up oil refineries and Iran starts retaliating by blowing up oil refineries in the nearby neighbors, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE and Kuwait, then the price of Bitcoin is going to drop, because it's going to be really messy for the stock market with oil prices going up. If oil prices going up, people are going to be too preoccupied filling up their gas tank. They're not going to have extra money to buy Bitcoin. Just think about that for 1 second. If oil prices jump up because they're blowing up oil refineries left and right, and blowing up oil tankers left and right, then how is anybody going to have any extra money after they spend money on their gas tank to get to work? How are they going to have extra money to then go buy some Bitcoin, crypto? So that's what we got to worry about with this war going on in the Middle East. Ronnie Boston says, everybody sell your Ethereum. Ethereum was actually looking like one of the more bullish cryptocurrencies over these last few days here. Looking a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin. Even though it dropped down with Bitcoin, it didn't drop down as hard. So I think Ethereum was looking pretty good. Also, XRP is kind of acting like a stable coin at this point. Just hanging out near $1.30. You're shorting Ethereum and you're waiting for 1800. Well, no wonder you want everybody to sell Ethereum. You're trying to talk up your books right now. I'm actually shorting Bitcoin right now at 67K. We're only like $80 away from stopping me out, but I'll be stopping out at break even if we go to, because I got in at 67K earlier today. So if Bitcoin does go down, go up to 67K, I'll get knocked out of my short on Bitcoin. Right now I'm shorting Bitcoin on MEXC Exchange. My stop loss at 67K, and I got in at 67K. I'm only up 4%. It's really boring. I get it, yeah, for Bitcoin. But yeah, I do trade on MEXC Exchange as one of the exchanges that I trade, leverage futures on. I also trade on WEEX, and Coinbase Exchange has futures as well. Just to name a few exchanges that I'm able to trade futures on. I'm also affiliated with some other exchanges as well, but I don't have accounts. I don't really have big accounts on them. 666IX says, I reckon we go up this weekend. You're in at yesterday's low, but taking 75% and move stop loss to entry. All right, so 666I is actually. Or it's 666, I should say. 666 is actually trying to long and be bullish here. It's not a bad idea, to try to long the lows here on the daily time frame. It might play out for you. Well, let's go into the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. This is my day trading time frame here. We did get a short signal here that says it's time to short Bitcoin right now. Okay, last time you had a long signal was right here on Sunday earlier this week, and then this short signal fired on Wednesday, and of course it almost predicted that Donald Trump was going to say something bad, because Donald Trump did say that the war was going to go on for like another 3 weeks here, and then it dumped, and that short signal was right to be shorting. You don't have a long signal yet here on Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart. Let's see what the MACD is doing. MACD, you got buying pressure here, but it's just not strong. You want to see buying pressure increasing. Right now, buying pressure is dying down. Then it kind of increased a little bit, but it's still like slowly dying off here. It's being frustrating. I feel like Bitcoin does want to roll over and die down and go down to lower prices here, but it's just not happening anytime soon here. Oh, look at that. We're down at 66,800. We were at 66,900 just a few minutes ago. Also on the 1 hour time frame, money flow is still in the negative, so that's not good for making a bullish case here. Right? Last time you had positive money flow in the green was Thursday. What was that? Yesterday? But it was only for a brief moment in time, and then it went back negative again. And you got a red sell dot just now saying that Bitcoin does want to go down to lower prices here. Momentum is also curving down here, so there's a lot of things here in the 1 hour time frame that tells me Bitcoin wants to go down to lower prices here. See if there's any hopium on the 15-minute time frame. Maybe it might be saying something different here. On the 15-minute time frame, there's still green money flow. So I think that's what's propping up the price, preventing it from dropping like a rock right now. Okay. But you did get a red sold out on the 15-minute time frame not too long ago. And then here on the MACD, what's the MACD doing? MACD is like, this is, see, when I see red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, like Christmas lights, okay, on the MACD indicator, it's telling me that that's sideways trading action. There's no trend here. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, there's no trend here. You know, a trend would be like something like this, where you can see like selling pressure dying down on the 15-minute time frame. Then you get a MACD flip to the upside, and you see buying pressure showing up here with green candles. That's a trend. I like getting into trends where I can do a momentum trade. Okay. Same thing with this. You're seeing buying pressure die down, die down, die down, die down. You got yourself a trend here. Okay. Then buying pressure starts increasing again. You got a little bit of a trend there. Okay. But then this right here, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red. Like, that's no trend. That's sideways trading action. You can see that. It's literally trading sideways. Okay. But here on the 15-minute time frame, we do got the 200 moving average. We kind of pierced through that. So the bulls could probably try to make a somewhat bullish case of being above the 200 moving average. You did do that. Maybe you can back test it and then climb up to higher prices. Stop me out at 67K and then push it up to higher prices above that. But we shall see, we shall see. Roni says, F Bitcoin, we are shorting this shit. Oh God, okay. Dro says, anybody that's in crypto market is literally liquidity right now. So I actually do not have any spot bags in crypto right now. I sold the majority of my Solana above $200 last year. And I did have some Sui and some Solana. I sold a little bit of Solana in January, only because I did not want to sell all of it in 1 year and have a big tax bill. So, but yeah, when we had that little relief rally in January, I took advantage of that and got rid of the rest of my Solana before Solana dropped down further. But I would like to buy, do a dollar cost averaging campaign later on this year. I just think, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to go down to 50K or even 43K, which I got mocked on the charts here with these red lines. I'm waiting for 43K Bitcoin to start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin again. I think if that happens, you're going to see Solana drop down to $40. You're going to see XRP drop down to probably to like 50 or 60 cents. You're going to see Ethereum probably drop down to $1,000. Everything's going to get cut in half if Bitcoin drops down to like 40K. Or even, especially if Bitcoin drops down to 30K, oh my God, that's going to be like, everybody's going to give up on crypto. And that's going to be the best time to be buying crypto, when everybody gives up. See, I still see some people in the Discord and other channels, they're still hopeful and hope that they think this is the end, that this is the worst of the bear market. And because they're still hopeful, leads me to believe that we haven't seen the worst of it yet. When everybody starts giving up on Bitcoin, when we get like a big news-driven event like FTX going bankrupt, I remember in 2022, FTX went bankrupt. But before they went bankrupt, I still didn't buy Bitcoin, and I still didn't buy Solana, and I still didn't buy Ethereum, because I was like, you know what? I saw the bear market of 2018, and I knew it takes like a year for these bear markets to play out. So in 2022, Bitcoin was hovering near like $19,000, and people were like, oh, well, that's the previous all-time high from the previous cycle. And we all thought that was going to hold up, but then FTX went bankrupt and it dropped Bitcoin down to 15 grand. Now, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to pretend like I'm perfect. I actually bought Bitcoin at $17,000 when Bitcoin dropped down to like 15K. All right. But I also try to take advantage of the fact that, that destroyed a lot of cryptos out there, including Solana. We saw Solana drop down to like $8. Once again, I wasn't that perfect. I actually bought Solana at $13, $16, $19, $20. I bought the majority of my Solana in this past bull run that we had at $20. And it stayed at $20 for like almost all of 2023. And then I did my last major purchase of Solana in October 2023 at like $33 a coin. And then that just was right before, you know, crypto started taking off. We got the Bitcoin ETF in January of 2024. I think a couple of months after that, Solana went right up to like 200 bucks. And I actually sold Solana at $200. So I'm just giving you like a brief little history here, guys. Like, you know, we are all anticipating the bear market and the bear market low, but I think there could be another shoe to drop here. We just don't know what that's going to be. Some people thinking like Michael Saylor could go bankrupt. Not bankrupt, but could start liquidating his Bitcoin. I'm not sure what the liquidation level is for that, but if Bitcoin drops to 30K, I'm pretty sure Michael Saylor is going to have to sell some of his Bitcoin to cover the loans that he took out on it. And there's still a possibility that we could get a hack. You know, last year we had Bybit get hacked. Does anybody remember Bybit getting hacked? They had like a bunch of Ethereum get stolen off their cryptocurrency exchange. Imagine if that happened this week with Bitcoin being at 66K. Imagine if, you know, Bybit or another cryptocurrency exchange, even a bigger one. Imagine if Coinbase got hacked. Imagine if Binance got hacked. What would that do to the confidence in the market? Okay, it would shake them. It would rock them. It would totally destroy confidence in the market. People would get scared, and that's the best time to buy. When everybody's scared, when everybody's making fun of it. You know, maybe everybody was making fun of you know, Sam Bankman-Fried, and they were making fun of you know, FTX coin. You know, my friends and family were making fun of crypto. I wasn't. I was buying. Okay. And you know what? My mom knows that I'm big on crypto and finance, and she actually jumped on board with me, and she bought Solana at $20 as well, and she 10x'd her investment along with me. Okay. So I think, you know, we could probably wait for like Solana to drop down to like 40 bucks. And then maybe in the next bull run, Solana goes to $400 and you get your 10x right there. We could wait for XRP to drop down to like 50 or 60 cents. And then maybe in the next bull run, we actually see XRP go up to like $5 or $6 and you get your 10x right there. Yeah. So I don't see what the rush is to like be buying crypto. If you don't have any crypto and you want to do dollar cost averaging now, like by all means, you know, this is not financial advice. Do whatever makes sense for you. Okay. But for me, I've seen how these bear markets play out, and I've seen people get hopium like halfway through the bear market, only to get crushed later on when something bad happens that they weren't expecting. I wasn't expecting FTX to go bankrupt, but I just know, like, I've seen other cryptocurrencies, cryptocurrency exchanges go belly under and go bankrupt. So I just knew there had to be another shoe to drop. At that time, we had like 3 Arrows Capital going bankrupt and some other things going on in 2022, and I was just like, I know there's gotta be another shoe to drop, and sure enough, the FTX was it. And I was like, all right, that's my signal, time to start buying. This is as bad as it's gonna get probably for most people, and it ended up being the case that was as bad as it's gonna get. That was the last shoe to drop. So anyways, I'm hoping we're able to take advantage of whatever opportunities come forward in the future here, guys. I've been last year, been pretty long here for a while here. Yeah, I was like a Solana maxi. I still think Solana is a really good cryptocurrency to get into. Even now, I mean, you could probably buy it at lower prices, but I think any cryptocurrency that's going to pay you to wait, if you can get into like one that is going to do staking rewards here. Let me just go ahead and flip the camera, kind of like do kind of like a Q&A at this point right now. But I feel like if you can get into a cryptocurrency that's going to pay you to wait, like Solana, like Ethereum, Cardano, they have staking rewards. I think that's worth getting into, especially those cryptocurrencies have been around for a while. You can get paid like 4 or 5%, maybe 6 or 7%, and you can just get paid to wait for the next bull run. And I think that's the best bet for most people there, in my opinion. I'm going to try to buy Solana again, but I think I can get it for like 40 or 50 bucks. In the next few months here. So, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to be patient because it has worked out for me already. Being patient. You know, I bought Ethereum, you know, in 2017, 2018 when it was at $200 a coin, and then I sold Ethereum for $3,800 a coin. I had like 22 Ethereums in 2021, and that helped me get a down payment on a house. And then, I saw, Solana up to like $200 and then dropped down to like $8, and I got in at like $13, $16. I already said that already, but that helped pay for this vacation in Costa Rica. I'm here in Costa Rica for like 3 months now. I'm doing like a kind of like a 3-month sabbatical, but then I'll be back in the United States around 4th of July. But yeah, making those good decisions, buying in the bear market and selling in the bull market. That's how you can be successful and make some money, like I've done so far. And yeah, people were telling me like, "Hey, why are you selling your Solana at $200? Don't you think it's gonna go to 400 or 1,000?" I was like, "I don't see in the charts, guys. I don't see in the charts. This is not good." And people were saying that I was being like, a negative Nancy and whatnot. But you know what? Looking at the prices right now, I'm glad I sold my Solana above $200. Daniel Rodriguez says, "You heard that I'm in Costa Rica. Let me know if you stop by El Salvador." I'm probably gonna be here for the 3 months. I'll be here. I'm in San Jose. If you want to come visit me in San Jose, Costa Rica. But I'll be going to the beach towns in June. I'll be in a different town around that time, so you'll just have to hit me up. I'm not gonna put my business out there as like the exact location, but if you message me, I can let you know where I'm at. Yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for this live stream. I appreciate you guys coming in. Don't forget to follow me. Make sure you got the Real Me Damien. You can see me here on your camera on TikTok. All you gotta do is click the top left profile picture with me in the red shirt, and then go to my channel and follow me. Go ahead and follow me, and we can do this again. Monday night is when I plan on going live again. Oh wow, I just see a little iguana. It's like like a gecko that just crawled behind this TV screen. I don't know if my TikTok guys were able to see that, but there's like a TV screen right in front of me that a little gecko just crawled up behind it. And, that's just what you get here in Costa Rica, I guess. No harm, no foul. This is just an office space. It's not in my bedroom, so I guess I'm okay with that. But yeah, let's plan on doing this live stream again Monday night. I will do another TikTok only live stream Monday morning. So if you guys want to catch me around like 12 p.m. Eastern time, which is like 10 a.m. Mountain time or Costa Rican time, that's when I'll be live again on TikTok. But that's gonna be like a kind of like I walk around, answer your questions about crypto and investing, talk about the news of the day. And then we go on the computer and we go on the charts here on the night streams here. So you can go to either one. I appreciate if you guys come to both live streams, but I'll be going live and on the charts here on Monday night. So let's plan on seeing each other then there, guys. I think I gave a long enough outro there. Let's listen to some music on the way out. And yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck in trading. I hope you guys have a good weekend, a happy Easter. Try to be nice to each other. Life is tough as it is already. Don't need to make it any tougher for other people. Try to do something good for your friends and family, and just try to avoid your enemies out there if you can. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you in the next live stream. Take care.